Hello, Chris Pullman here, Chris Pullman Karate Academy. We do weapons at our academy, and our 7-year-olds, if you're teaching a 7-year-old to do wrist rolls, this is how the chains come from Century. We borrow our nunchucks at Century. Matter of fact, we buy almost all of our stuff from Century. And when you do a wrist roll, see, my hand's big enough that I can do that wrist roll, but for a 7-year-old, this chain is too long because her hand's not as wide as this club of mine. So we measure the kid's hand, figure out where it needs to go, and we know we need 4 links. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we cut this off, leaving 4 links on this end. Then we cut this off. Notice we're wearing glasses. Then we come over here. We put this thing in the vise, and that pin right in there, we need to remove the old pin. We're going to put a new pin in. So we put it in the vise, tighten it down, and I take a sawzall with a metal blade. Cut that pin in 2. Then you usually need a pair of pliers. Thank you, Keeper. And you can pull that pin out. Okay. Then we get our pop rivets. Okay, and then we've got the pop rivet that fits this. And I make sure that it will fit. And if it doesn't, if it's a little tight, I just take the right size drill bit and I drill it out a little bit. But this one doesn't need it. So now we take the other end of the chain. There you go. There's the pop rivet. Somewhere around here I've got. Now we have a pneumatic pop rivet that makes all this go faster, because sometimes we're doing 10, 20 of these at a time to fit the child or the adult for that matter. Now if you don't have a shop, or you need to do this and you don't have a pneumatic air gun somewhere in here, you can buy a hand one, and it does the same thing. You just put it in the end, and then you crank this shut, and it's a pop rivet tool. But we like that air one, especially when you're doing a bunch of them at a time. Now, once we've got that done, we bring it over, and this is what it looks like now. So that's sticking out a ways. Bring it over to the anvil. Got it backwards. Put it on the anvil, and then I hammer that into the pop rivet down, and that flattens it out. And now, and I've never had one of these break. So that's how you size a nunchuck, with all that long chain, down to whatever the size is that the child needs, or the adult. So like, obviously that's way too short for me, and we just put it on her hand like that, and then count the links of how many links they need to be able to do those wrist rolls. Thank you.